Will XRP reach the $1 mark? What is the XRP price line showing? And another billion XRP has been moved by crypto exchanges. But first, we are giving away 25 XRP coins at the end of the month to one random subscriber to start on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. Welcome back XRP Army. Since January 22nd, the price of XRP has been steadily increasing, and there have been no signals of a reversal until April 6th. Because of the rapid flash fall in the price of Bitcoin, altcoins, including Ripple, have suffered a similar fate as Bitcoin. As a consequence, the price of XRP fell by around 10% on April 6 and fell below the 2022 volume point of control, which was 0.77 cents at the time. When the XRP token produced a daily candlestick close below the resistance level, the pessimistic perspective was expressed by the investors. While a swift rebound would be beneficial to the bulls, it is unclear whether this will occur. As long as buyers gather together and drive the price higher, the XRP price should continue its upward trajectory toward the range high of 90 cents. In a really optimistic situation, the rise may potentially stretch all the way to the psychologically significant $1 mark. What are your thoughts on whether or not it will happen? Will XRP ever achieve a price of $1? Nonetheless, because of the narrow volume profile below the point of control, the likelihood of additional fall seems to be high. For this reason, purchasers who have been sidelined should keep a careful check on the range stretching from 0.62 cents to 68 cents, which may be referred to as the buy zone. The purchasing pressure in this sector is expected to reappear following a decrease in the price of the stock. After that, the XRP price might flip the range high at 0.91 cents and make its way toward the swing high at $1 on September 4, 2021, if the bull run continues. This run-up would represent a 102% increase in the price of XRP, and it seems probable that the price of XRP will reach its upper limit at this point. While the market picture for XRP seems to be bleak, you should keep an eye out for a rebound over the 2022 volume point of control, which is around 0.77 cents. Defaulting on these obligations might result in a further drop below the 60-cent support level. Furthermore, the Awesome Oscillator has just flipped above the zero line, lending further support to this forecast. This development suggests that the market momentum has been re-established, and the price of XRP has risen 450% and 60% in the last two situations of this scenario, indicating the significant upside potential that the latest move over the zero line possesses. The behavior of whales is maybe the most intriguing on-chain statistic for the XRP price right now. Beginning in July 2020, XRP coins in wallets carrying 10,000 to 100,000 and 100,000 to million XRP tokens have been placed in accumulation mode. So far, the first category of wallets has seen a growth from 5.2% to 8.2%, while the second category of wallet holders has seen an increase from 7% to 10% of the total. This pattern shows that investors are anticipating large gains from XRP and are enthusiastic about the future of cryptocurrency. According to Link2, a company that invests in early-stage technology companies before they go public, accredited investors are lining up to purchase pre-IPO ownership in emerging cryptocurrency unicorns such as BlockFi, Dapper Labs, and Kraken, among others. Ripple Labs, the inventor of the XRP coin, is the stock that Link2 customers are most interested in purchasing out of a crypto-heavy basket of unlisted firm shares, according to the company. It is likely no surprise that there is a high demand for private equity in crypto firms, considering recent occurrences such as crypto exchange Coinbase direct listing on the New York Stock Exchange last year. According to Burrafato, Coinbase shares were trading on the Link2 platform for $32 a share only 9 months before the company went public at a price of more than $350. And, according to Burrafato, a spokesperson for the company, since Link2 introduction 2 years ago, more than $50 million in private equity in Ripple Labs has been sold. And this is despite the fact that the crypto business has been embroiled in legal battles with the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. Ripple has been vocal about its desire to go public for quite some time. As recently as January 2020, Ripple's CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, said that an initial public offering was a logical step for the business, giving the impression that a listing may take place later in the year. Following the SEC move against Ripple Labs in December 2020, he said that the company would hold off on going public until the dispute was settled in its favor. And Burefato said, "We were selling Ripple shares long before the SEC case. Many of our members hold digital assets and they were emboldened by this case with the SEC, and decided they wanted to have a piece of Ripple equity as well as XRP." Link2 has a long-standing agreement with the Uphold trading platform to allow users to pay for their chosen slice of private equity using cryptocurrency, including XRP, which has a significant presence on Uphold. Nick Burefato, director of digital asset sales at Link2, said in an interview that, "We do not act like a broker, but rather we put our money up front and buy pre-IPO tech company shares from early founders, investors, and employees that need to liquidate shares for whatever reason, that might be to buy a house or send a kid to college," Nick Burefato, director of digital asset sales at Link2, said in an interview. "We also retain ownership of a percentage of each and every investment we make until the company exits. And there has been another big transfer of XRP coins." According to recent Whale Alert tweets, two prominent cryptocurrency exchanges, one of which runs as Ripple on-demand liquidity platform, have together pumped about 54 million XRP into the crypto market. The crypto tracker has spotted that two large XRP transactions have been placed in the last 14 hours, transferring a total of 30 million and 23,500,000 XRP, respectively. These two XRP lumps are worth a total of $43,162,490. The initial chunk of XRP coin was moved from a Bittrex address to Bitso, which is situated in Mexico and is the biggest crypto exchange in Latin America. And after obtaining $250 million in an investment round in early May 2021, Bitso was designated as a crypto unicorn. Also, Bitso as Ripple major ODL spot. The business was valued at $2.2 billion in total at the time of the appraisal. When Ripple first invested in Bitso in the autumn of 2019, it did not reveal the amount of the investment. And also because of that investment, Bitso became an ODL partner. When the Ripple investment was announced, Bitso reported that activities with the XRP and MXN pair accounted for 80% of the company total trading volume back in 2019. Earlier this year, it was claimed that Bitso planned to employ Ripple on-demand liquidity technology to handle 20% of all remittances transferred to Mexico by 2020. A whopping $35 billion in remittances were sent from the United States to Mexico every year at that point in time. Also, there has been an award show by Ripple to promote NFT developers on XRP Ledger. So, Ripple X provided information on the victors of the recently finished XRPL NFT DevNet hackathon, as well as information on the NFT use cases that the developers have begun developing on the ledger. As an open platform for financial transactions, Ripple X enables developers and entrepreneurs to integrate payments into their apps using the XRP Ledger. And the XRP Ledger now offers built-in native token capabilities known as XLS20D, which is a kind of native token. Currently, the NFT DevNet is being used, which is a beta environment that is intended to improve the NFT capabilities of the XRP Ledger. The bulk of early NFT applications were on avatars, art, and collectibles, but in recent years, new utility-based applications have begun to emerge, requiring the development of more sophisticated NFT solutions on the XRPL. The XLS20 standard was suggested by Ripple last year, and it would enable the XRP Ledger to provide a native NFT type and an enjoyable and seamless NFT experience. In order to aid developers in developing more powerful and creative NFT applications on the XRPL platform, a new XLS20 standard has been developed. Ripple announced in mid-March that it would commit 1 billion XRP to accelerate the development of the XRP Ledger and the creation of new use cases. It was formed in 2021 as an extension of the XRPL Awards program, and it has since distributed $6 million in total financing to over 50 open-source projects based on the XRP Ledger. The fund is managed by the XRP Foundation. The XRP Ledger Awards program contributes to Ripple's shared goal with the developer community of assisting in the development of the Internet of Value by introducing innovations and new use cases to blockchain technology, especially the XRP Ledger. The first two rounds of the XRPL funding program were devoted to research on NFTs and federated sidechains, respectively. Make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video. Kindly note that the prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice, and you should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.